Everyone who is suffering in this world, everyone, has got a very particular thing about thought. Right now, you may not be aware of the three principles of mind, consciousness, and thought. Right now, you may not be aware of their truth. You might not have established the truth in yourself. But one thing is constantly common among everyone who is suffering mentally. Be it depression, be it bipolar, be it anxiety, be it some other issues. Even anyone who is just having a mental stress, maybe a mental stress, maybe a chronic mental stress, whatever be the thing. But the root cause of all human psychological suffering is this: that we take our thought to be reality. You take any person who is suffering all across the world psychologically, any person, and ask them, do you think your thoughts are real? Everyone will say yes. Everyone will say yes. Sorry. Anyone, the basic difference between a person suffering from a psychological disease and a person who has a very good sense of resilience is this: that the person who is suffering psychologically always takes his or her thinking to be reality, and the person who has resilience has got an intuitive knowledge that thinking is not real, thoughts are not real, it's illusion, just illusion. Isn't it very interesting? All throughout our lives, we just try, read so many books, attend so many seminars, webinars, conferences on how to be happy, how to be successful, how to be this, how to be that. But we just miss the point that these are all thoughts. Just like a negative thought which is not real, a positive thought is also not real. And beyond the thought, beyond the personal thought that has taken form in our awareness, in our consciousness at that very moment, beyond that form is the principle of thought, which is the formless, which is another name of the Almighty, the Divine, the God consciousness, the quantum field, the energy field, whatever name you want to put it. That formlessness has the key to our success, to our happiness, to our enjoyment, to our peace, to our love, to our kindness, just name it. You know, this scientists now say that now it's kind of an established truth now that all the matter we see and we don't see is just energy. The quantum science now tells that everything is energy. And the scientists now say that if we take all the things in the entire universe that has a form, any form, be it liquid, be it gaseous, be it solid, in all the universe, in the entire universe, not only this planet or this galaxy or this solar system, but this entire universe, if we take all the forms in this universe, it will come up to 4% of the entire universe, 4%, and 96% is formless. Isn't it mind-boggling? When 96% of the entire universe is formless and 4% of only is form, And we as human beings, we have been trained, we have been psychologically conditioned in such a way that we take only the form to be reality and the formless not as reality, not as truth. We just leave that. And when we take our thoughts to be true, we are actually taking that 4% to be true, which is just nothing but an illusion. Nothing but an illusion. So all throughout, whenever anyone suffers in this world, psychologically, he or she takes that 4%, that the form, that particular thought, the principle of thought, which has taken a particular form in his or her head at that very moment, takes that to be reality, when it is not. The moment someone sees that this thought is not reality, it is just one construct, a mental construct among billions and trillions and gazillions of thoughts which have been possible, which was possible, and out of that entire possibility only one particular thought has taken form. It is just a mental construct. It has got no value until and unless you give your attention to it. The Sydney Banks always said that all thought is neutral. Thought is always neutral, always neutral. It has got no power of its own. It is true that no one can stop a thought. No one can. Thoughts pop. Thoughts come. Out of the blue, out of the huge, unimaginable, unthinkable, formless, thoughts come. Via the bridge of the principle of thought, via the missing link of the principle of thought. But when they come to our head, when they appear in our head, they are actually neutral. They don't have any power of their own. What gives them the power? Our attention. It is we who, out of the free will given to us, free will which has been given to us, we choose which thoughts to give attention to and which thoughts not to give attention to. And funny, it's a very funny thing that we give most of our attention goes to the negative thoughts, and very few of our attention goes to the positive ones. Whereas now it is psychologically proven that to neutralize one single negative thought, you need to have at least 5 positive thoughts. To neutralize one negative thought, you need to have 5 positive thoughts. And what happens in reality is that if we have a total of 100 thoughts in a day, 95 will be negative and only 5 will be positive. Mostly. So if your thought is fire, if your thought can be compared to fire, your attention is the fuel, the petrol or the diesel, the gas. If you don't put fuel to the fire, if you don't put your attention to that thought, it will pop into your head. Definitely it will pop. No one can stop that. But it will go away like this. Whoosh. Because it has got no power. But to realize that the thought is not true, we all need to understand where does that personal thought comes from. That personal thought comes from the formlessness, the formless. And the principle of thought is the bridge between the formless and the form. So Sydney Banks says the principle of thought, he has simplified it for us to understand very easily. Thought is the missing link between the formless and the form. Once we realize that thought is the missing link, automatically the form loses its power because it has come from the formless. So it is not reality anymore. It has got no power until and unless we give it meaning, we give it our own attention. So it all boils down to ourselves. We have the responsibility to make a hell out of a heaven or a heaven out of a hell. The choice is yours. Please like and subscribe. We'll meet you in the coming video again. Thank you.